Mahmoud Sherbiny has been arrested in Los Angeles for alleged misdemeanor domestic violence ahead of 90-day Fiancé comeback with Nicole Sherbiny. 90-day Fiancé. The Other Way cast member Mahmoud Sherbiny has reportedly been arrested for alleged domestic violence against Nicole Sherbiny. Clothing reseller and delivery driver Nicole was in Egypt on a spiritual tour when she walked into a fabric shop where Mahmoud was working on her last day. Mahmoud proposed to Nicole, and she moved to Egypt to marry him, but came back home in 2 months after facing a cultural shock and being exposed to the restrictions Mahmoud put on her about clothing or socializing with friends. Still, Nicole and Mahmoud made things work, and he came to the U.S. in May 2023. According to a report by InTouch, as per information collated by 90-Day Fiancé bloggers Mary Pants and John Yates, Mahmoud was arrested on February 20, 2024, and charged with alleged misdemeanor domestic violence. Mahmoud was arrested in downtown Los Angeles. A friend of Mahmoud's took care of his $20,000 bail later that evening. $20,000 is the starting point for bail for misdemeanor domestic violence, as per Mary Pants. Mahmoud was arrested on February 21, 2024, at 1:30 a.m. He was booked over an hour later, at 2:50 a.m. Mahmoud will have to appear in court in mid-March. Incidentally, Mahmoud is making a return to the 90-Day Fiancé franchise around the same time with Happily Ever After, Season 8. Mahmoud and Nicole were recently announced as cast members for the highly anticipated spin-off, which also features some of the biggest names in the franchise, such as Angela Deem, Michael Alisami, and Big Ed Brown. Mahmoud was arrested on February 21, 2024, at 1:30 a.m. He was booked over an hour later, at 2:50 a.m. Mahmoud will have to appear in court in mid-March. Incidentally, Mahmoud is making a return to the 90-Day Fiancé franchise around the same time with Happily Ever After, Season 8. Mahmoud and Nicole were recently announced as cast members for the highly anticipated spin-off, which also features some of the biggest names in the franchise, such as Angela Deem, Michael Alisami, and Big Ed Brown. News of Nicole and Mahmoud joining the cast was a surprise to most viewers, who never expected the couple to be together and married after the events that unfolded in Egypt on The Other Way Season 4. Nicole had changed her religion to marry Mahmoud without telling her family, and without doing any research on Islamic culture and traditions. She was unable to wear clothes of her choice, and Mahmoud decided who she could be friends with in Egypt. Nicole fought with Mahmoud plenty of times on the show. At one point, Nicole accused Mahmoud of cheating. When Nicole decided she'd had enough and was ready to go back to the U.S., Mahmoud decided to join her to save their marriage. Mahmoud feared he wouldn't find a mosque or a job in America, but knew he was still going to try and change Nicole there. Earlier this month, Mahmoud shared an Instagram post to celebrate 5 years of being married to Nicole. However, Mahmoud is shown running away with Nicole's phone and credit card in the spin-off trailer, proving that Nicole's big fights with Mahmoud have continued even after their stint on 90-Day Fiancé. The Other Way ended.